All right, welcome back. Today, we're going to dig into something you are using this very second, but probably never ever think about. It's the invisible, unsung hero of our entire digital world. So let's just start with a really simple question that's actually not so simple at all.
Now really, just think about it for a moment. How are my words, these images, all of it, how is it traveling from some server somewhere on the planet through who knows what to show up perfectly on your device?
And as much as it feels like it sometimes, it's definitely not a spell. There's no digital wizardry going on here. It's something way more real.
That's it. That's the secret. The entire global internet, every video you watch, every message you send, every single bit of data, it all rests on a very real, very physical foundation.
And that foundation? Oh, it has a name. In the world of computer networking, we call it the physical layer.
Okay, I know, that sounds super technical, but let's break it down. When we say lowest layer, we literally mean it. It's the bedrock, the absolute ground floor. Nothing, and I mean nothing, works without it. And those bits, the ones and zeros that make up everything digital, well, they need a real way to travel. The physical layer is what gives them that path.
Honestly, this is the best way to think about it. If all that data is the traffic, the cars, the trucks, then the physical layer is the whole network of roads, bridges, and tunnels that lets that traffic get from A to B. And the bottom line is simple. You can't have cars driving around without roads to drive on.
So, if it's a highway system, what is this highway actually made of? Is it asphalt? Concrete?
It's made of stuff you can actually go and touch. It's the Ethernet cable plugged into the back of your computer. It's the tiny little connectors on the end of that cable. And it's the absolutely massive fiber optic cables that snake across the ocean floor for thousands of miles. This is the asphalt and the on-ramps of our data highway.
Okay, so we've got the highway. But a highway is pretty useless without cars, right? And here's the catch. The traffic of data doesn't speak the same language as your computer. See, your computer thinks in digital bits. That's just ones and zeros. But you can't just, send a 1 down a copper wire. It has to be translated into a language the physical world can actually understand. And that translation, that is the #1 most important job of the physical layer. And the process is actually pretty straightforward. First, your computer has its data, that stream of ones and zeros. Then the physical layer in, say, your router acts like a translator, turning those bits into a real physical signal. And finally, whoosh, that signal is sent on its way across the network.
And just like a real highway has cars and trucks and motorcycles, our data highway has different kinds of traffic. For a copper Ethernet cable, that traffic is electrical signals. For fiber optics, it's actual pulses of light. You can think of them like futuristic maglev trains. And for your Wi-Fi, that's radio signals, kind of like a fleet of delivery drones flying through the air.
Now, a highway without rules would just be total chaos. And it's the same thing here. The physical layer sets those rules. Data rates, that's just the speed limit. Voltages, that's kind of like the engine power for electrical signals. And signal timing, oh, this one is crucial. It acts like a perfectly synchronized system of traffic lights, making sure all that data doesn't just smash into each other.
So we have the roads, the traffic, and the rules of the road. But why does this one layer matter so much?
What is the big takeaway here? It all boils down to this. It really is that simple. Without the physical infrastructure and the rules to make it all work together, no data could move, period. The entire digital world that we live in would just stop.
This quote just says it all. Your favorite app, the website you're browsing, the video you're streaming right now, they are all like houses built on top of this one single foundation. And if that foundation fails, everything built on top of it comes crashing down.
So let's just give this unsung hero its due. It's a master translator, it's the highway patrol, it's the road builder, and it's even the emergency repair crew fixing errors that happen along the way. It's doing 1,000 thankless jobs every single second, just so you can watch this. And that brings us to the final thought. Every time you hear about things like 5G or 6G or some new kind of fiber optic technology, what you're really hearing about is an upgrade to this fundamental physical layer. We're always trying to build wider, faster, and smarter highways for our data. So the real question is, what comes next?